Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the dark side of amusement parks, the moments when fun turned to horror. We trust these parks with our lives, believing every safety bar and click of the track means we're protected. But what happens when that trust is shattered? These stories are intense, heartbreaking, and a stark reminder of what can go wrong when safety isn't the top priority. My name is Albert, and this is Unknown Facts. Brace yourselves. Let's start with a park infamous for danger. We're heading to Action Park. Action Park in New Jersey, a place that has become synonymous with reckless abandon and questionable safety standards. It was affectionately, or perhaps not so affectionately, nicknamed Traction Park, a moniker earned through countless scrapes and spills. Action Park was legendary, or rather infamous, for its sheer, unadulterated chaos. It was a place where the rules seemed to bend and sometimes break under the weight of thrill-seeking visitors. And among all the chaotic attractions, the Alpine Slide was its most notorious ride, a true testament to the park's disregard for safety. Imagine a concrete track, winding precariously down a steep hillside. Now picture yourself hurtling down that track on a flimsy plastic sled equipped with a handbrake that barely worked, offering a false sense of control. Riders constantly suffered scrapes, a badge of honor for braving the slide. But the injuries often went far beyond minor abrasions, with broken bones becoming a disturbingly common occurrence. And let's not forget the concussions, a testament to the jarring and unpredictable nature of the ride. In a bizarre attempt at damage control, the park displayed photos of injured kids as a twisted warning to prospective riders. But the danger was very real, and no amount of signage could truly prepare you for the experience. Sleds would frequently fly off the track, sending riders tumbling onto the unforgiving concrete. The turns were banked wrong, adding another layer of peril to an already treacherous ride. And to top it all off, the staff were often just untrained teens, ill-equipped to handle the inevitable accidents. In 1980, a 19-year-old employee tragically lost control while riding the Alpine Slide. He flew off the track at a high speed, the sled becoming a projectile, and tragically died after hitting his head on a rock, a stark reminder of the ride's inherent dangers. This wasn't just a freak accident, a one-off tragedy. It was the direct result of a park that consistently ignored basic safety protocols and put thrills above everything else. Eventually, the Alpine Slide was closed, deemed too dangerous to operate. But its legacy as one of the most dangerous and ill-conceived rides ever created remains, a dark stain on amusement park history. Action Park's story serves as a chilling example, a cautionary tale. It's a stark reminder of what happens when the pursuit of thrills overshadows the fundamental importance of safety and responsible design. It's a grim reminder that fun can turn fatal in an instant, with devastating consequences. The park's reputation was forever tarnished, forever associated with recklessness and tragedy. Even today, the mere mention of Action Park sends a shiver down the spine of anyone who remembers its chaotic and dangerous reign. It's a case study in what not to do, a lesson etched in concrete and regret. Let's move on to another ride, another story of a day at the park gone horribly wrong, where a single, unforeseen failure changed a life forever, leaving an indelible mark on everyone involved. Next up, the Superman Tower of Power, a ride that promised thrills, but delivered tragedy. Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, 2007. A place meant for laughter and thrills, but on this day, it would become the scene of unimaginable horror. The Superman Tower of Power, a towering drop tower ride that promised an exhilarating freefall, became a nightmare for one young girl and everyone who witnessed the tragedy. 13-year-old Caitlin Lassiter boarded the ride with anticipation, expecting a thrilling experience, a brief moment of weightlessness and adrenaline. Little did she know, this ride would change her life forever. As the ride ascended, reaching its peak high above the park, no one suspected the danger lurking within the machinery. Then, as the ride dropped, a steel cable, weakened and compromised, snapped with a terrifying sound. The broken cable whipped violently through the air, lashing out with immense force, tearing through the carriage where Caitlin and other riders were seated. In a horrific instant, the cable wrapped around Caitlin's legs, severing both feet in a gruesome and devastating blow. The joyous screams turned to cries of terror and pain. Emergency brakes were activated, bringing the ride to a jarring halt, but the damage was irreversible. The scene was chaotic, with first responders rushing to provide aid amidst the screams and sobs. Caitlin survived the unthinkable, but her life was irrevocably changed forever. The physical and emotional scars would remain as a constant reminder of that fateful day. The subsequent investigation revealed a shocking truth. The cable was worn beyond acceptable limits and was not even the original part intended for the ride. A critical failure in maintenance and inspection procedures had allowed a dangerous situation to persist, leading to catastrophic consequences. The Superman Tower of Power was permanently dismantled, a grim monument to the tragedy. The park was also held accountable and faced significant fines for its negligence. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of how a single overlooked detail, a lapse in safety protocols, or a moment of negligence can have devastating and irreversible consequences, turning a day of fun into a lifetime of pain. Even the most seemingly routine rides, the ones we trust to be safe, can become deadly instruments if safety regulations are ignored or compromised. Caitlin's story is a haunting reminder of what's at stake when safety is not the absolute priority. It underscores the importance of vigilance and accountability in the amusement park industry. Now, let's head across the globe to Australia, where what was intended to be a fun-filled family ride took a tragic and fatal turn, leaving families shattered and a community in mourning. Dreamworld's Thunder River Rapids, a seemingly gentle water ride designed for families to enjoy together, was supposed to be a safe and relaxing experience, until disaster struck with devastating force, forever changing the lives of those involved and casting a dark shadow over the park. Here's what happened on that fateful day, a day that would forever be etched in the memories of those who were there. This is the story of Dreamworld's River of Tragedy. Dreamworld, a popular theme park in Australia, 2016. A place meant for joy and family fun, but on this day, it would become the site of unimaginable tragedy. The Thunder River Rapids ride, a seemingly gentle family attraction, promising a leisurely float down a man-made river, ended in tragedy, a stark contrast to the laughter and excitement it usually evoked. The sequence of events began with a malfunctioning water pump, a critical component for maintaining the ride's water levels and ensuring smooth operation. This malfunction caused a raft, carrying unsuspecting passengers, to get stuck on the conveyor belt, halting its progress and creating a dangerous situation. Another raft, approaching unaware of the obstruction, collided with the stationary one, flipped violently, and 4 adults were tragically thrown into the ride's exposed machinery, becoming entangled in the gears and mechanisms, killed instantly. 2 children miraculously survived the horrific incident, but witnessed the unspeakable horror unfold before their eyes, a trauma that would undoubtedly last a lifetime. In the aftermath, investigators meticulously examined the ride's history and maintenance records, ultimately finding that Dreamworld had ignored critical safety warnings and shockingly lacked adequate emergency procedures to handle such a crisis, revealing a systemic failure in safety management. The Thunder River Rapids ride was subsequently demolished, a grim reminder of the lives lost and the park's negligence. The park's reputation was irrevocably shattered, casting a long shadow over Dreamworld and the entire theme park industry. This devastating disaster serves as a chilling reminder of how even seemingly safe rides, designed for family fun, can quickly become deadly through negligence, inadequate maintenance, and a disregard for established safety protocols. Next, we shift our focus to the United States and visit Disneyland, the happiest place on Earth, where, despite its reputation for safety, a classic coaster experienced a terrifying incident, going off the rails and causing significant injuries. The runaway train on Big Thunder Mountain. Disneyland, 2003. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, a family favorite, derailed inside a tunnel. A crucial bolt was missing, causing the locomotive to jump the track and crash. The first passenger car slammed into the locomotive, killing 22-year-old Marcelo Torres and injuring 10 others. Investigators found improper maintenance and ignored warning signs. Even at the happiest place on Earth, human error can have fatal consequences. Disneyland's reputation was shaken, and safety protocols were overhauled. Now, let's look at a state fair ride that literally fell apart mid-air. The Fireball's mid-air disintegration. Ohio State Fair 2017, the Fireball, a swinging, spinning thrill ride, snapped apart during operation. An entire row of seats broke off, flinging riders through the air. 18-year-old Tyler Jarrell was killed, and 7 others were seriously injured. The cause, hidden corrosion inside the steel arm, missed during inspections. The manufacturer shut down similar rides worldwide. This tragedy exposed the dangers of temporary carnival rides and the need for deep structural inspections. It was a wake-up call for the entire industry. Now let's travel to Japan, where a stand-up coaster derailed with deadly results. Japan's Fujin Reijin 2 derailment. Expoland Osaka, 2007. The Fujin Reijin 2 stand-up coaster derailed when a wheel axle fractured. The second car slammed into a safety railing, killing 19-year-old Yoshino Kogawara and injuring 19 others. The cause axles hadn't been replaced in 15 years despite industry standards. Neglected maintenance led to disaster. Expoland's reputation was destroyed, and the park closed for good. This tragedy highlights the deadly cost of ignoring routine safety checks. Next, we revisit the 1980s for a looping coaster disaster in Canada. The Mindbender's Final Loop. West Edmonton Mall, 1986. The Mindbender, a triple looping indoor coaster, derailed after missing bolts caused the last car to fishtail. The car slammed into a support pillar, killing 3 riders and injuring many more. Investigators found design flaws and poor maintenance were to blame. The ride was closed for over a year and retrofitted with new safety systems. The Mindbender's tragedy is a stark reminder. Even the most advanced rides can fail without rigorous upkeep. Now let's head to the UK for a high-profile crash on a record-breaking coaster. The Smiler's unthinkable collision. Alton Towers, UK, 2015. The Smiler, a coaster with 14 inversions, became infamous after a catastrophic crash. A stalled test train was hidden on the track. Engineers overrode safety systems, sending a loaded train straight into it. The collision crushed the front car, trapping riders for hours. 2 women lost their legs. Many others were seriously injured. The park's parent company was fined millions for safety breaches. The Smiler crash is a textbook case of human error and the dangers of bypassing safety protocols. Next, a classic wooden coaster turns deadly in Oklahoma. The Wildcat's fatal fall. Bell's Amusement Park, Tulsa, 1997. The Wildcat, a wooden coaster, suffered a lift chain failure. The train rolled backward, crashed into another train and partially derailed. 14-year-old Ryan Belansky was thrown from the ride and killed. 6 others were injured. Investigators blamed a failed anti-rollback device and poor maintenance. The park never recovered from the tragedy. This accident shows that even simple rides demand strict safety standards. Now, a haunted house attraction becomes a real-life nightmare. The Haunted Castle's Deadly Inferno. Six Flags Great Adventure, New Jersey, 1984. The Haunted Castle, a maze of trailers, caught fire after a guest's lighter ignited flammable foam. The blaze spread instantly, filling the structure with toxic smoke. 8 teenagers were trapped and killed. The investigation revealed no smoke detectors, sprinklers, or enough exits. Six Flags faced criminal charges and lawsuits, but the damage was done. The Haunted Castle fire remains one of the worst theme park disasters. It's a grim lesson in the importance of basic fire safety. Now let's head to a water park with a notorious wave pool, the Grave Pool at Waterworld USA. Waterworld USA, California. The wave pool, nicknamed the Grave Pool, was dangerously overcrowded. Lifeguards struggled to spot swimmers in distress amid the chaos. Multiple drownings occurred, including a 14-year-old in 1985 and an 18-year-old in 1997. The park was repeatedly cited for insufficient lifeguard staffing. Profits were prioritized over safety, with tragic results. The Grave Pool is a chilling example of how neglect can turn fun into fatality. These stories are more than cautionary tales. They're reminders of the real cost of ignoring safety. Let's wrap up with a final reflection. These tragedies reveal the hidden dangers behind amusement park thrills. From ignored maintenance to human error, the consequences are devastating. Each story is a memorial to lives lost or forever changed. Safety must always come first, no exception. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay safe and see you next time.